Alright. Shalom, Labachoyam, Shal, Yasha Allah. First and foremost, giving all praises, glory, adulation, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachal Kodash. Alright. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do indeed rule well. And hearty shalom to all you Akim out there that's pushing this truth in sincerity and in charity. Alright? We are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Okay? And we're out here once again on the highways and byways. Alright? Pushing this truth, bringing out this word. Alright? Lord willing, this will be edifying. Alright? I'm the brother. I'm the brother Amatazah. To my right is the brother Lamad. Alright, and we get ready to push this word. Without further ado, let's get into it.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 6.
Alright.
It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure."
That's right. Alright. For wisdom shall be the stability of our times. Read that again, bro.
It's Isaiah 33 and 6.
Yep.
Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Why? Because we're living in perilous times, alright? This is the scriptures call it. We're living in perilous times. And so now, more than ever, we need to have our wits about us, okay? We need to have our heads on. There's a lot going on in the world, okay? And there's a lot going on in the world, you know what I mean? We got to keep our heads, we got to keep our lamps trimmed, so to speak. We got to know what's going on around us.
I just wanted to make this quick note. Like when it says, "In wisdom and knowledge, it shall be the stability of our times." And wisdom and knowledge are the words, the wisdom and knowledge that is contained in this Bible, because that's what gives us the ability to navigate and be able to see things for what they are and not what they present themselves to be. Like I was talking to this brother earlier, and I was talking to my girlfriend's nephew, and you know, he's all into these like guns and all this stuff, and I'm trying to explain to him the fact that I'm trying to explain to him the fact of what's going to happen to America and stuff. So basically, he's saying he can't see these things, but we can see them because we seen history, which is what we use to basically come to the conclusion of what's going to happen, because as the scriptures say, there's nothing new under the sun. So I'm going to get back to the brother, but I just wanted to make that quick note or perspective on what we're going to teach about the why.
Yeah, Con. Yeah, you got it, bro. Go ahead and finish.
So it says, it's Isaiah 33 and 6. "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure."
That's right. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Look at what we're dealing with, bro. Yeah, man. Well, go ahead and read that. Read that.
It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times,
Yep.
and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure."
The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. Hey, look. Listen, like the brother just got done saying, right, in that quick note that he mentioned, right, and it was in the spiritual now that he said that, because this is one of the core reasons why the world is going crazy, man. The Most High is not prevalent in the world the way the Most High should be prevalent in everybody's life. All right, there's a reason for that. Okay, there is an actual reason for that, and the reason for that is, it's simple. According to the scriptures, the Lord has his elect. Alright?
Okay.
Pitiful, yo. I know. Yeah, man. But yeah, the Lord has his elect, man. And only the elect are going to understand. Like the brother just got done talking about his girlfriend's nephew, man. He doesn't see it because the Lord has not given it unto him to see. He was not given that sight. He wasn't given that proper perspective, all right? Anything that we coming out with, that we pushing, is of no private interpretation. This is coming straight out of the scriptures. And only a few of us is going to get it anyway, man.
I know. I don't
All right?
know how we're going to get things out. Yeah, you're in the line, but you want to get it as far forward as possible.
Put on that scripture.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1.
Alright.
It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower,
Right.
and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Write the vision and make it plain upon tables. Okay? And that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to make that vision plain upon tables, man.
Beautiful.
It's gonna be a little tough to get shit out, but
It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. Salak, I'm sorry. And the Lord, Salak, this is Habakkuk 2 and 2.
Yeah.
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, and he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time,
Right.
but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Yep.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
There you go. Okay? And so that's what this is all about right now, man. The scriptures say, like the brother just got done reading, right? And make it plain upon tables so that we who are out here on the highways and byways may run that readeth it, man. Okay? We're out here trying to push salvation for our people. And part of that salvation is to be vigilant, man. Is to be vigilant of what's going on out here. Concerning these prophecies, concerning these current events that deal with these prophecies, okay?
Just give it a call and say that you guys are gonna, because you guys can either return it today, or you guys.
You see what I'm saying?
If you guys keep it tonight.
Like we have a bit of a situation. You know what I mean? When it comes down to pushing this word, like a lot of us, man, we don't consider. A lot of us have a very hard time considering current events when it comes to pushing this word. But guess what? These events are part of prophecy. All right.
Right here, right now.
It's Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the things whereto I sent it.
And throughout history, we've seen that. You had Egypt, that was a great empire, and it fell. All right. You had ancient Babylon, which was a great empire indeed, and it fell. Okay. You had the Grecian Empire, which was great, and it fell. Rome, ancient Rome, and it fell. Okay. We're living in the time of another great fall that's getting ready to come. And according to the scriptures, the fall of this kingdom is not even going to be comparable to the kingdoms that fell before it, okay?
Yeah, and this verse, it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. And that's talking about the Most High. It shall not return unto me void. Meaning it's not going to, the fruits of it aren't going to...
Are going to prosper, basically.
Yeah, it's not gonna, the words, the prophecies that are in the scripture, it's not going to be canceled out when it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. Like the scripture that the brother that we brought out earlier, was basically saying that just because these prophecies take a long time, because they may take centuries, thousands of years, so have you, it doesn't mean that the Bible is like a fairy tale or whatever. So that's the conclusion that a lot of our people come to, is that the Bible isn't true because they don't see these things happening right now. Like my girlfriend's nephew that I was talking about, I was having this conversation with him, and he was just like, he can't see the America, looking like, something off of the movie The Book of Eli or something like that. You can't see that happening, but a lot of those scenes in the movies or concepts that happened in that movie were based off of the Holy Bible.
Exactly. But good.
The nuclear war or whatever that happened, the famine of the word, people being against each other, lovers of themselves and all that, being lack of food, lack of bread, lack of certain things. All these things were in the scriptures. But this is that movie was a great illustration of that.
Con. And that illustration is of something that's on its way, that's actually going to come to pass, okay? Like you already, like for example, if you really was to check it out and did some research, you would see that there's actually whole towns in America that's deserted right now. No one lives there, but it's a whole town. How is that possible? You know what I'm saying? Whole towns. You got whole principalities that have no one in them. So what do you think is going to happen now in the very near future, where America continues to become more degraded due to this lack of spiritual understanding, especially, okay? Like the scripture that we read earlier, this vision is but for an appointed time, okay? It's going to come to pass, but at that appointed time. The best we can do is to watch as well as pray. All right?
Revelation 19 and 10 says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy."
Khan, that was the angel that was the angel that John saw, and he fell to worship the angel. You know what I'm saying? But the angel said, "See this, do it not." That he said, I'm basically a brethren of yours, but I'm coming with. Read that again. He said, "I'm coming with this word." Go ahead.
It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him.
Right.
And he said unto me, these are Salakia. And he fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant,
right,
and thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy."
That's right. The testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. What do we say the word prophecy means? Prophecy, it means to say before, okay? To prophesy means to speak something before it happens. All right? And these scriptures are a testimony, right, of Yahweh Shai. And what was that testimony called? The power of prophecy. All right? So we're coming into a time now where America is going to be reduced to nothing. This is prophecy that is going to take place, but at that appointed time. And it's not meant for everybody to see until it's too late. All right? Even among them that believe, the scriptures even say that the elect, the righteous shall be scarcely saved, man. Among the elect shall be scarcely saved, all right? So there's going to be a lot of destruction and death coming, but at that appointed time, all right? And only the spiritual are going to see it.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. It says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtain a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that the things which are seen were not made of the things which do appear." So basically what the scripture is saying is that faith, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing, my girlfriend's relative that he doesn't have faith, you know? And the scripture says you gotta have faith and you gotta have works, but faith is one of the main ingredients, if you will. Faith is one of the main ingredients And basically faith, you know what I mean, it helps you to, like if we didn't have faith, me and his brother didn't have faith, we wouldn't come out here. We wouldn't believe that, you know, as long as we're doing the will of the Most High is going to protect us in the situations that we're in. We wouldn't have faith that, you know what I mean, we may be part of the elect. We wouldn't have the faith to believe that, you know, we're under the law of Mashiach.
Right.
These are important things. We want to have faith in the prophecies that are in the scriptures of what happened before time happening, you know, reoccurring and happening now.
Right.
The judgments of the Most High.
Right.
So this is let's get down. Yeah, I mean, we go in this chapter. This is a good chapter, Hebrews 11, where it basically it gives you examples. It basically summarizes examples of the scriptures where, you know, faith came into play. So, let's see. All right, we start at verse 24.
Right.
It says, by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. And this is like the same thing that basically takes place now, which our people they aren't willing to sacrifice, basically. You know what I mean? Like now, right? People got the opportunity to really, you know, basically sell their soul, if you will, and sell out and put worldly things in front of the things of Yahweh. But, you know, Moses, he was an example of a holy man who basically forsook all that stuff. And that's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, what we're trying to do, the spirit that we're trying to be in right now, let me say that, is to put Yahweh before
everything, basically.
Yeah. Like, you know, me and his brother was talking there, you know what I mean? We're kind of ashamed or whatever, but, you know, it happens. This is even a thing with faith, you know what I mean?
That's so
like,
cool.
It was situations recently where, you know what I'm saying, we couldn't, it kind of stopped us from coming out to the highways and byways, but, you know, we didn't lose our faith, we didn't, you know, lose our oil and all that stuff to that extent, so we're out here, but as soon as we get the chance to do it, we come back out here and try and, you know, keep the fire burning.
Exactly. Yeah, kind.
Like, you know, like the scripture says, a just man falleth 7 times. I mean, who can deny, you know what I'm saying, that fact? But it's not like we're just, oh yeah, it's too cold outside, we're not coming out or something like that. We got situations in our lives that people don't know about and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? That's part. You know, like brothers told me, is people suffering wrongfully and stuff like that. So you know what I mean? They can say what they want, but you know what I mean? We're just mainly concerned about, you know, pleasing Yahweh and doing what we're supposed to do. But we know we're supposed to do as Israelite, you know what I'm saying, Israelite men, our duty, you know what I mean? So it says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. So basically, you know what I'm saying, like the things that are, you know, in this world that will be considered all, you know, all in or things you want to have, you know what I mean? The Most High, or the holy man, Moses, for example, he chose to basically suffer the afflictions like how Hamashiach Yahushai suffered them, rather than to be called Pharaoh's daughter and to receive those Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry, it's not you. Wow. So it says, by faith he forsook Egypt, and this Egypt, like we say, Egypt is a modern day America.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Egypt, they had the same, you know what I'm saying, spirit as America. Like even these Christmas and these so-called holidays and all that stuff, they could be traced back to Babylon, ancient Egypt, all that stuff.
Right. I mean, and it's funny as hell because that's the spirit. Right before we even started, man, I remember, literally right before we started camp, man, me and this brother was just not too long ago talking. Man, look, he just made a good point. He said, man, if you really looked at our situation for what it is right now, look, we got a lot going on, really and truly. But guess what? We got the faith to come out here as soon as we were given that liberty. Look at what we're doing. We're out here pushing the word. All right. Whether people are gonna see it or not, whether people like it or not, we out here pushing this word. And in all truth and sincerity, man, the brother said, yo, I'm feeling a little rusty, man. I'm a little, you know what I'm saying? But did that scare us? No. You ain't scared. You scared up? I ain't scared. You see what this brother's saying? So this is a thing of faith. All right. Without faith, you can forget about it. It doesn't matter what you know. It doesn't matter how well your speech is. It doesn't matter how many people you can attract to your cause. You understand what I'm saying? If you're not doing this thing in sincerity, what that means is you lack faith. Without faith, guess what? It's impossible. It is impossible to please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. No matter what the situation is. You got guys out here that can read these scriptures left to right and break them down left to right. But because they don't have faith, none of what they knew mattered. Okay? Like the brother was giving comparisons of ancient Babylon, ancient Egypt to America. Alright? Back during them ancient times, you had these scribes and these Pharisees that were supposed to be top dogs in the law. You know what I'm saying? That they were big boys in the law. But guess what? Yeah, basically.
I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Back up. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? You had these guys that was huge in the law. But then when you checked it out now, what did Yahweh Shah say about them? Observe what they say, but do not as they do. Alright? Because these were some proud dudes. Alright? One of the core things they lacked was faith, man. They were only in it to fill their own belly. So our thing is, man, when it comes to pushing this word, you gotta have faith, all right? And having faith means that you're doing it not for yourself, so to speak. You're not doing it to gain notoriety for yourself, but you're doing it to please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the correct way. Yeah, that's that. Regardless of your situation.
It says, it's like this is Hebrews 11 and 27.
Yep.
It says, by faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible.
Yeah. He said but this is by faith, mind you. He said, listen, forget these characters, man. I don't give a damn how nice that palace look. I don't give a damn how beautiful these women over there are, man. None of that, I don't give a damn about any of that, man. I'd rather be mud in these times, okay?
Yeah, I mean, think back. They had them making like bricks and all that stuff, like slave labor. How they had us, our ancestors, recently picking cotton and all that stuff, sugar cane, and I chose rather to do that to be known that I'm an Israelite than
to be known as an Egyptian.
Yeah, to be known as an Egyptian.
Yeah, he didn't give a damn about sharing in the wealth of the heathen. He said, fuck these people, man. And this is by faith. He didn't have no record book showing that he was, okay, well, I belong to this tribe, and these guys over here, they belong to this particular family. He didn't have all that. The only thing he had to go on was the faith that he was given by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. All right? Simple as that.
It says, through faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch them.
Good God. Read that again.
It says, through faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he had destroyed the firstborn should touch them.
Yeah, exactly. Again, this is through faith. All right? This is all through faith. Okay? that the Lord gave unto him. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Notice something trying to ignore this the entire time. This is just like, wow. Everything. This is fucking Esau for you, man.
Then I'm like, yo, at least back up like 4 so that
Nobody else could get into the space just in case. Yo, I'm telling you, these fucking Edomites, bro.
It says, this is verse 29. By faith, they passed through the Red Sea as by dry land,
Yep.
which the Egyptians, essaying to do, were drowned.
Right. They believed. So basically, without overcomplicating things, they believed, man. And through faith, they were saved by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And it's going to be the same thing with this Exodus that's coming. Through faith, the elect are going to be saved by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, regardless of what measure of faith they were given. Okay?
It says, by faith, the walls of Jericho fell down after they were compassed about 7 days.
Right.
It says, by faith, the harlot Rahab perished not with them that believed not when she had received the spies with peace.
That's right. Okay? She did not perish because she believed. That's the core thing here. Believe. That's what it means to have faith. It means you believe, man. Okay? And only the Most High can give that to you. Like like it's been said plenty of times, you can't buy faith at the store. All right? You can't ask for 15 pounds of faith. You can't ask for 20 liters of faith, man. The Lord has to give that unto thee. Faith is a gift from the Most High. All right?
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. It says, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. But consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be weary and faint in your minds. So you know what I'm saying? We got to consider it calls Yahushua the author and the finisher of our faith.
Right.
For said who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the Father of Yahweh. So you know what I mean? He had to endure the cross. And what's the cross? You know what I mean? In the scriptures it talks about the cross, how we gotta bear the cross. And that's talking about the afflictions that you know what I'm saying, that Yahweh.
Continue.
Yeah, I would have picked that up on the scenario.
Yeah, it's all good. Fuck him. That's what I know. Continue. Continue. Forget about that nonsense.
Jumping down to verse 6, Hebrews 12 and 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. It said, if ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons, for what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
Go ahead and push that, bro.
It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. So, and we're, you know, we're examples of the service of the Most High. We're examples because the Lord, who loves us, He's gonna chasten us. We always say this example: if you got kids and you love them, you care about them. You know what I'm saying? You basically set up, you know, rules, and if they break the rules and stuff, you punish them to make them better, not to just do it just out of spite and just be evil and stuff like that. You do it to basically help them.
Right.
So that's the reason why Most High is basically chastening us. If we endure, so like I said, for whom the Lord loveth, He chasteneth and spares every son whom He receiveth. If we endure chastening, like the scriptures say, and what is it, Mark 13, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So we gotta endure all these chastenings to the end. You know what I mean? Like we said, because, you know what I'm saying, we might not have a job, we might be getting kicked out, we might be about to get locked up for child support, we might, all these things that, you know what I'm saying, is going through our lives and stuff, we can't just give up the faith or totally, you know what I'm saying, fall out and let these things overtake. We gotta be like soldiers. We gotta keep moving forward. You know what I mean? We gotta get to you know, we gotta get out of the, like in the military term, they call it like a hot LZ or whatever, like a hot landing zone. We gotta get out of this area, and we gotta get to the area. We gotta get to we gotta get to you know, the area that we need to be, which is our the kingdom or our salvation.
Right.
And how do we do that? We do that through keeping the laws, keeping our faith, and trying to do what we need to do, what we've been trained to do, in order until these everything comes to pass.
That's it.
I know, it's like not
But if we be without chastisement whereof all are partakers, then are you bastards and not sons. So if the Most High didn't chasten us, you know what I mean? Just like, well, I mean, the people that we call the 2/3, the Most High is chastening them to some degree, but it's like they don't know, they don't really even understand why. It's like a kid, if you're beating them and they're not realizing why you're beating them, and they just keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's like,
Right. Like in the ancient world, a child that was disobedient to their parents, you know what I'm saying, and the parents could not discipline that child was supposed to be taken, all right, to the elders of the people, okay, according to the law.